Beware of free mold inspections. It sounds weird, right? Because if it's free, it means you don't have to give anything in exchange for it. But in this case, your time and expectations matter. We have found that there are companies in the mold and asbestos abatement industries that perform poor practices.
Paying is for dummies.
Here are 5 signs that the commercial mold and asbestos removal company that you hire didn't do the job you pay them to. You need to know them for the sake of your health, your safety, and your wallet. A couple of years ago at Moldbusters, we decided to experiment. So we got a furnished basement and started booking mold and asbestos abatement companies to provide inspections.
Alright, good news. Think we'll be out of here early.
These visits would be contrasted to what Moldbusters abides by, upholds, and delivers. Before we let those companies in, we performed our own inspection and identified some duct wrap contaminated with asbestos. We also found water intrusion in the adjacent bedroom, but our comprehensive analysis of the basement showed no signs of mold contamination. Then the show began. We invited a total of 11 companies into the basement, which we named Company A through K. 5 were invited to perform mold inspections and the remaining 6 to perform asbestos inspections. Certain companies claimed expertise in both areas. Sign number 1. They don't show up on time or at all.
And you're late.
Company A didn't show up, nor did they call with an explanation. Bad start. Sign number 2. They don't use a proper flashlight.
We'll shine it.
Companies B3 were all invited to inspect for mold. We directed them to discoloration in the floor joist of the basement and expressed our concern about the area.
I was worried about this discoloration there on the joist of the wood.
Company B arrived 15 minutes late with no heads up, but they did show up and were astute enough to recognize that the discoloration was in fact not mold.
I don't see any mold issue on it.
Oh no, so
Company B used his cell phone to inspect the area. Given that the basement had dismal lighting, this wasn't a promising start, and the following 5 companies did the same bad job, or worse, illuminating the floor joist.
And now is remediation something that you guys do?
Yeah, that's what we did.
In the end, what lost our confidence with Company B was when they provided us a pamphlet with their services stating they specializes in asbestos as well, but they inspected the whole basement and missed asbestos.
So I'm going to give you a pamphlet to shows you all other services we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We do all kinds of things. We do asbestos in here.
Sign number 3. Free inspections. Companies C and D, they did much the same except worse. The unifying theme with these mold inspections, they were free. Company C also didn't point out the asbestos, but they deemed the discoloration to be mold in sight, and with no testing.
This one says no mold in here. See that yellowish get in there? You don't hear? This one says no mold. In the corner right there?
Company D also missed all signs of water intrusion in the adjacent bedroom, and when it came to the estimate, they didn't come back to us within the promised week. You would think these people would want to get paid.
Could you pay me in advance?
They say you get what you pay for in commercial mold removal, and the previous companies provided free inspections. So maybe a paid assessment would be the answer?
It's £270.
When you pay for inspection services, what you should be getting is a comprehensive diagnostic and a visual assessment, a combination of data collected with technical instruments and the visual expertise of a trained, experienced technician. Sign number 4. They give you quotes before getting lab test results. Okay, so we had hoped that paid mold inspections would hold higher standards of professionalism. We were wrong. Company E's inspections were priced $100, so we thought maybe we had finally found someone worthwhile. The inspector was the most thorough of all that visited. He even brought a real flashlight. Unfortunately, that was pretty much it. No technical instruments were used or samples collected. This company also claims asbestos inspection and removal, and also, like Company B, he skimmed right over the duct wrap. In the end, they deemed the adjacent bedroom contaminated and submitted a whopping $1,900 estimate for commercial mold removal and remediation.
You also do the mold removal? Yeah. The job like that, One day of work. 1990.
That's a lot of money to repair some water damage. Sign number 5. They never look for other signs of moisture, water leaks. Next up, you have the asbestos abatement inspections, companies F through K. We wanted these companies to be held to a higher standard. Asbestos handling, abatement and disposal, after all, is much more regulated than mold.
Let me see it!
Each company communicated and arrived promptly, providing with thorough assessments to establish adequate removal recommendations. However, there were still a couple of exceptions.
Not that they're not smart people.
Company F employed a cell phone flashlight and consequently missed a heat shield cover contaminated with asbestos, and also some problem ducts that went into the garage and would need to be disconnected and sealed off.
I will check out the upstairs.
As of Company G, they didn't bring a flashlight inside at all. When the technician entered the basement, he noticed it was dimly lit, and still opted not to get the flashlight he claimed to have in his vehicle. I don't need to tell you, still, they missed the same stuff as Company F. Furthermore, we wanted to know more about the mold discoloration, a service they also provide. He brushed aside and provided misguided information regarding why it wasn't mold.
So as you look up, you'll see it's all like flaky cement covered.
Yeah.
This is more, yeah.
We wanted to share this story because we respect our industry, and clients should be getting professional services in all circumstances. They put their health, happiness and money in our hands, and we must do the right job. We invite you to visit bossmold.com so you can get a lot of information about mold and all of our professional services.